So where we're going to start off here is right here at the diamond. Because what I have been doing off screen is I've been trying to test train tags. Now, I have tested two in particular. This is, let me see if I can find it. So we have Q188. Q188 routes towards Moncrief. Actually, it routes towards the Moncrief intermodal terminal. And I actually tested this out. I actually tested this out a couple days ago. So that routes towards the intermodal terminal. And then the other one I tried out was K873. K873 routes towards Baldwin from Tallahassee. I don't know if it routes from Waycross. We can test that out. But this is according to the symbols.xml that is located in your V3 routes folder. And then if we go to Baldwin and we go to train symbols routing.xml, you can see, what were those two numbers? My brain is obviously not working. K873. If we look at K873, K873, you can see it just here. And nice thing about this, actually, can I zoom this in? I can zoom this in. Here we go. So if we look at K873 just here, it actually will tell you what it does. So K873 is for trains from Tallahassee to Baldwin Yard or through Baldwin to Tampa. So yeah, and essentially what this means is if you there's Baldwin Yard just there. If you have a train coming from over here, it will route trains towards Baldwin Yard. Because if we actually take a look at this, let me just show you this for a second. Let me just get a CSX train, and we'll just put a couple boxcars on it. And we'll also turn on auto, just so that he's kind of doing his thing. And if I hit AI recrew, no tags at all, so it doesn't have a tag at all. The default place that auto will route trains should be through the diamond to Jacksonville. That's where he should put it. Yep, there you go. See, he's routing the train through the diamond towards Jacksonville. I think that's what you're doing. I think that's what he's doing. Let's just watch this guy for a second and see if this is the case. Okay. Routed through there. Oh, okay. He routes towards Waycross. Okay. Either way, that's not where we want to go. I want him to go. Okay, actually, with that said, let me try this again. Let me try this again. Let's just put him here and see what happens. Is he going to route through here, or is he going to go across the diamond? You know what? While this guy's doing that, we're just going to let him do his thing. So, I think... Let me just spawn a train here. We're not going to set the train off just yet. What I found with trains coming out of Baldwin Yard is that they will always route across the diamond to Folkestone, or the Callahan sub. Which, if auto routes this train around the diamond, then it basically just means that auto always routes trains towards Folkestone. So that just answers that. Regardless to if they're coming from Baldwin or Tallahassee. They're always just going to naturally route towards Callahan and Folkestone. And I would assume... I would assume that they would route this way. If we look at here, this is where Baldwin starts. I would assume that he'd route this way, towards Nahunta. Anyways, so let's just talk about this train for a second while we're waiting. The tag for this train is Q. Well, no, actually, you know what? Let's make it realistic here. Let's just make it a CSX, and we will tag this train. We will tag this train K188. Oh, no, excuse me. Q188. Q188, I believe, is also a local, or is also a symbol on the, yeah, here we go. Q188 is also a symbol on the train symbols routing XML for Baldwin. And this will route towards the Jacksonville intermodal terminal. So it'll take the trains through here. They will go around the diamond, and they will head towards Jacksonville. And clearly that guy's still being a slowpoke. I don't want to set this guy off yet, because it can always mess things up. Ah, see? Look, he even switched the tracks, and he's routing him towards Folkestone. So, there we go. That guy's being routed towards Folkestone. He's doing his thing. Real quick, before we send this train off as Q188, I'm also going to just put none, and we will send him off. If I can please flip this. Okay. Let's just set this guy off and see where he goes. He should route across the diamond. Yep, he routed across the diamond. There you go. So, he routed across the diamond. He's going to go towards Folkestone. So, that answers that question. Every train here that doesn't have a tag will go towards Folkestone. I would assume that if it's coming from here, it'll probably go straight across the diamond. And that way, there is a chance that it would go that way, which obviously isn't that big of a deal. You just need to make sure that your tracks are flipped right. Because auto will actually route into the train yard. Because, for example, we have this one, and auto will actually route into the train yard, which is pretty nice. But if you have run-through trains, you obviously don't want them to stop, because that's just going to create a traffic jam. So, now that we have this, we are going to put Q188, and we're going to see what auto does. Auto will route him across the diamond. You can see he actually flipped the switch here, and there you go. He routed him across the diamond. Excuse me. He didn't route him across the diamond. He routed him around this track here to go this way towards Jacksonville. And where he will end up is he will end up over here, right? And he will turn this way at this little intersection here, and he will go towards the intermodal terminal just up here. I did test that out just yesterday. So there you go. That is how that one works. We will let that guy do his thing. Now, as for the other tag that we had, that was K873. Trains from Tallahassee with K873 will be routed into Baldwin. So, if you know what, let's just put this train over here real quick and see what ends up happening. If I put this guy over here and we put K873, auto will route him into Baldwin. So let's just see exactly what he does. Is he going to flip? No, he goes straight. So he should go straight, and then right here he should turn, and he'll go around the diamond just there. We'll watch that and see what ends up happening. This guy's going to be on his merry way. Yeah, I guess we'll just see what that ends up doing. Actually, you know what? Let's not waste our time. So we probably don't need to do that. Because if the tag's right, it shouldn't really matter whether or not he starts there. Load K873. Without a tag, he should just route towards Folkestone. Yep, look at that. Yep, so auto has routed him this way, and he will go into Baldwin. Now, that is a tag that could be a little bit important. K873. I want to test out if K873 will go towards Baldwin via the A line. If I could ever figure out where I was. Let's just go here for a second. And if I put K873 right here, are you going to route towards Baldwin? No, you do not go towards Baldwin. You carry on. No. Okay, yeah. So he's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to go towards Baldwin. All right, let me take a look at this real quick, and let me just see if I can find Cal via, ooh, okay, that might be important. K601. That actually might be important. So is this saying Callahan sub to Tallahassee via Northwest Y? Where is that located? Baldwin. Northwest Y. So it's going to route trains this way, I assume. Okay. Well, we already know that this guy's going to go into the rail yard, so we don't need to really worry about him. We have proven that. This guy is going on his merry way. Let's delete that so it doesn't mess anything up. What I would like to see real quick is where is auto going to route trains without any tags? Because I haven't actually tested this out from this direction yet. I would assume straight across the diamond. Yes, he routes him straight across the diamond. And he actually routes him around the yard. That's interesting. Because previously, well, I guess this way, on this track, you don't really have a choice. You're going to go into the yard regardless if you really want to go into the yard. Okay, so that's good to know. From this direction, auto will always route through the yard. Let's put this train again, and let's load it. And let's put the... let's put Q601. And see what happens. Q601. Actually, you know what? For the heck of it, let's do Q631. And let's see what auto does. Are you going to go around towards Tallahassee? Yes, you do. Look at that. He's routing him towards Tallahassee, which is actually really good to see. All right, cool. So let me write this down real quick. This is not where I need to be. Q631 routes to Tallahassee via Callahan. Okay, so there we go. That's good to know. We'll leave it like this. Delete that. And actually, out of curiosity, I don't think I can route trains down there from here. Okay. Routing trains that way might be a little bit weird, because that is the first electronic switch from here. Actually, no. Let's just test this out real quick. Would Q631 also work from Baldwin? Let's just see what it does. It should route across the diamond. That doesn't really answer the question. Well, yeah, okay, you're routing across the diamond. Yep, that guy's routing across the diamond. So that naturally, trains should just go across the diamond, right? Yep. Naturally, from this direction, trains should just go across the diamond. I don't know why I keep loading this in. Callahan, trains across diamond to Willwood sub main. Ooh. Where's Willwood? Willwood is here. Okay. Okay. Q237, trains across diamond to Willwood sub. Tallahassee sub. Okay, so that would route trains. Q102, K928 should route trains towards Jacksonville, but that doesn't go to the terminal. So it's Willwood sub via the Willwood switch. Where's the Willwood switch? You sent me a video. All right, I'll have a look at it. Where's the Willwood switch? Willwood connection. I assume that this is the Willwood switch, right? West Baldwin. And what did I just read? Oh, okay. Willwood sub via the Willwood switch. Okay. You know what? This is a good opportunity real quick to test where do trains coming from Jacksonville go to without any tags. I should probably also write this down. I should also write this down while I'm at it. Where do you go? You go towards Willwood. Okay, you go towards Willwood. So here, so from Jacksonville, here, I'm gonna just need to write this down. Never mind, the file size is too big. Okay, so from Jacksonville, trains will, with no tag, will route towards, I cannot spell today, Willwood. I think that's the correct name. That's interesting that you're immediately routing this way, though. Trains from Baldwin Yard. Let me figure this out. Folkestone? Is it Folkestone? Or is it Folkestone? You know what? I'm going to search up Callahan and Folkestone. Okay, Callahan and Folkestone. I don't know if that's the right way to spell that, but that's okay. Trains from Tallahassee will always route towards Callahan and Folkestone. Okay. So, that's just there to remind me for when we do this later. And I'm like, okay, hold on. What did I just say? And then trains from... Did we say that trains from here will always route across the diamond, right? Yeah, so you're always going across the diamond. Okay. What did I say for here? I think I said they will always go across the diamond, right? Let me just double check before I'm like, oh yeah, they do. And then it's like they don't. Okay, that answers that question. Yes, they do. My gosh. Okay. Trains from Callahan will route towards Baldwin Yard. I cannot spell today. Yadir. They always go towards Yadir. Yatter. Yatter is where we go. Baldwin Yatter. We're going to the train Yatter. All right, so that's good to know. So now we know exactly where everything routes to. That actually took me by surprise because I figured that the train would just go straight across the diamond. It didn't really make any sense to me why it wouldn't. Okay, so with that said, I'm just going to figure something out here. So, what tag did I just say? Q631 routes to Tallahassee via Callahan. So we already know that. I don't know why I'm focusing on this, but I just want to get some tags out of the way because it'll be easier if we can figure this out now versus later. Willwood to Jax. We already know this one. Baldwin Yard to Tallahassee sub. You don't have a tag. Yard to Tallahassee. Why don't you have a tag? This doesn't have a train tag. Oh, XYZ. Why is that the tag? XYZ. XYZ. Why are you the tag? Sorry, but are you... If I put you here... XYZ. Why are you going to route... No, you still route across the diamond. Okay, okay, that answers that question. Why doesn't that have a tag then? Hello? Okay. That's fine, I guess. So, east siding westward across the diamond to Tallahassee from Jacksonville. Okay. Q929. Let's just test out Q929 then. I'm going to have to figure that out later. Maybe I'm going to have to make a custom tag or something. No, did I say Q? It's not Q. It's K929. Where are you going to go to? K929. Please tell me you go... Okay, you do go across the diamond. Look at that. Okay. So, this is still not the right place. I should just close that because I don't really need it. Firefox. Okay. K929. K929 routes to Tallahassee via from Jacksonville. I'm just gonna write from Jacksonville. Okay. And I would assume that it would also route from the intermodal terminal. So, you know, I assume that it would do. All right. Well, that's okay. So, with that said, there was something that I wanted to see. Was Tallahassee via Callahan. I want to take a look at Q631 for a second. Does Q631, if we were to spawn Q631 just over here, will auto route him down Baldwin? Are you going to take this guy down Baldwin? Oh, look, you are. Look, he actually routed him down Baldwin. That's actually really, really nice. And, sir? Who are you? I would like to delete you. Where are you located, sir? I would like to make you go poof, because you're kind of in the way, sir. Alright, so that's actually really cool. So, Q631, auto will actually route him towards towards Baldwin and then towards Tallahassee. Will he do it from Waycross? Let's just Let's just test this out. You're gonna play some CS2 if you know other. Okay. I just need train tag. That's really all I need. Okay, so Q631. Are you doing it? Look, he even routes him towards Baldwin from Waycross. That's actually really nice. So I'm gonna write this down. That's actually really cool. So Auto will actually do that. Auto will actually take trains from Waycross with Q631 and route him around the diamond. That's really nice. I like that. All right. So with that said, we're gonna go back to Baldwin, and that's just gonna be some important tags. Now, if I can go, let me see the depot. Let me see if the depot has anything. Train symbols, A-line. Baldwin. No. Tallahassee. No. Let's see, Waycross. Waycross. Winston to Waycross. Waycross to Mulberry. K834. Tampa, Florida. Q258. Bush. I don't think these have anything for Tallahassee. So did you check out the website I sent you? Yes, I did. No, okay. Tampa to Blue Island. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna have anything. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Let me double check. Let me double check my routing XML files. Okay. C, Run8 V3, content. V3 routes, and then if I go to Waycross and I search up the train symbols.xml, just up to Folkestone. I don't want anything just up to Folkestone. Rice Yard receiving. Here's what we need with our lives. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. The website's pretty cool. Trains inbound on Waycross. Okay, so what I use right now is Q606. This routes trains via Folkestone. Folkestone? No, not Folkestone. Fitzgerald. No, actually, I don't think that... No, that's not Fitzgerald. I think it routes it from Ludauchi or something. If I just go into my... Not here. Yeah, Q606 via Lineville. Okay, so Q606 is via Lineville. Manchester, I think, is 541. Yes. And then from Ludauchi is something else. What did I put it as? 409. Okay. 409 is from Ludauchi. And then if we go to TAFT, it's Q456. Now, I just want to test something out. Q456, according to this, if we look at Q456, Q456 should route trains towards Waycross. I don't know if it routes trains towards Waycross from Ludauchi. I tested that out once, and it didn't do it. So, real quick, I'm just going to spawn something in. Let's just spawn in a couple, you know, whatevers. And let's just see. If I was to put Q456 right here, are you going to route him toward... Well, that's hard to tell, actually. That's hard to say, actually, because naturally it routes trains towards... Naturally, it routes trains towards Waycross anyways. Alright, so I can't test that out. I assume it would, for the sole reason that it's going towards Folkestone. So eventually it's going to get to Folkestone, and trains from, that say Q456 going past Folkestone are going to turn down towards Waycross, and then they're going to enter Waycross. So I assume Q456 would work. Actually, let me just test it out. Maybe Auto has different plans. Auto, do you have different plans, sir? No, see, he's going to route him across the... Oh, he's actually routing him. Are you going to route the guy across the diamond, or are you going to route him around? Can you make that decision today and not tomorrow? You don't want to make the decision today? Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Otto. That's a-okay, Otto. Alright. Let me go towards this, and let me see if I can find Waycross. Waycross. Waycross, Waycross. Baldwin, Florida. Grain empties. G941. G940. Do we have anything like this? Is to Florida, right? Is that's to and from, right? Well, origin, destination. Origin, I would assume, is on the left, right? Origin. Hello? Or based in works as far as. No. Okay. I think it was 941. Okay, yes. G941 from Baldwin to Waycross, and then the other way around. Do we have a 940 around here? 940, 940, 940. We don't have a 940. A768. No, we do not have a 940 here, which is actually okay. You think someone has already reported not being able to line trains out of Baldwin? Like, to where? Oh, look, yep, you're routing it around, so you should go to Waycross. And obviously I can't test here, because there's no track here. I think, like, a decade ago, there wasn't anything here, because actually, if we look at this on Google Maps, or historicalaerial.com, maybe. Here, I wonder, actually. Historicalaerials.com. Historicalaerials.com. Here we go. And let me just zoom this guy in. Nope, nope, too big. Anything bigger makes it smaller. Okay, go bye-bye. I would like to block you. Baldwin, Florida. Let's see if you'll actually work today. Oh, look, you actually work today. So, here is Baldwin, just here. Aerial topicals. Let's start in 1952, because the heck of it. Oh, they actually had a track here. Okay, never mind. This goes towards Callahan right here. So, they actually had a track there way back when. As of 2021, they have a track there. Then, did they not have a track here back in 2007? They didn't have a track there in 2007. Look at that. There's no track here. That's actually something really interesting. Weird. Yeah, look, they had a track here in 1999. 2005, they had a track here. Maybe they ripped it out. Yeah, look. At some point between 1999, or maybe even 1994, and 2007, they ripped out the track completely, and then they decided, oh, wait a minute, maybe that was a bad idea, and they put it back in. That's actually really weird. Either way, I don't think we would ever have to route trains around here, because if you're going to send trains this way towards Folkestone, why didn't you just send them that way when you were back in Moncrief? So I don't think we need to worry about that. All right, so that guy's doing his thing. You know what? I'm going to have to do some research on that a little bit later then. Man, I'm going to have so many tags I need to do. Okay. Let's start doing some industry configuration, because that's something that we can at least do that will make things a little bit easier for life. So, I started off on Q549 last episode. Now, since then, I decided to run the update installer again, because when I ran it the first time, I ran into an error. And essentially all it did is it defaulted all of my settings. So I had to put in the industries all over again. Alright, real quick editing, Mateo here. There is something I should mention before we get into this. When you load into Baldwin initially, there are no industries here. Update 11, however, included an industry config for Baldwin. What you need to do is hit left Control I. That opens the industry configuration window. Go to Import Industries and then select the Baldwin config. Once you select that, hit OK and then hit Save. And then the other one that you're also going to want to hit is the Whitehouse extension config.ind. These are for the industries between Baldwin and Jacksonville. Once you do that, hit save, and you will have industries just as you see here. One other thing, there is a new branch line over here in TAFT, and this also has a config that came with it. Again, you also need to go to the industry configuration window, go to import industries, and it is the South Taft config.ind. Please note that the South Taft config.ind did mess up some of my pre-existing industries. I'm not really sure if that has to do with the fact that I'm using a hybrid config between the depot and the default Run8 config, but do keep that in mind. So anyways, back to your normal production on Baldwin. So with that said, we're going to start this back from scratch. Let me get a line real quick. Where are all my outbound tags? Here we go. Baldwin, and I'm going to just paste you right here. Actually, you know what? Let's go way down. There you go. Those are all the outbound tags we are going to use. So I basically have to do this all over again. And, yeah. Callahan Farmers Transload. That is Q542 CFT. And I'm just going to put it to that. 30 hours makes empties. And I'm going to edit this back to where it was before. Let's put it up to there just so that we have... no, I'm going to leave it to that. Actually, I might leave it to that. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. We will save... Go back to edit tracks. And we will save that. Okay. Now, CMOW. CMOW. I had an idea of potentially changing this and having it so that those cars were tagged with an industry. I decided I'm not going to do that because that would require me to change my hump config. Man. Okay. Let's also edit this, and I'm just going to put it like this, and I think that will work out just like that. All right, save that. Edit the industry. I'm going to change those tags to the normal outbound tags. We will just save it like that. Okay. Now DDH, which I think DDH was literally called DDH. DDD hardwood. And that's part of Q542. That looks okay. I will move it out to just here. We will save that. And what I did in the last video was I added an extra car to this industry. So essentially what this industry does, and we visited it on we visited it on Google Earth, and we just kind of took a look at the industry. Still has a track here. We don't know if it still gets serviced or not. We did see an auto rack car though, which was kind of weird. But anyways, so basically what this industry does is it takes logs, right? Are there semi? I thought there was a semi-trailer under here. I thought this, and I thought, is there a semi-trailer hidden under there? And they're just like kind of using one asset to do two different things, but appears not to be the case. So it takes boxcars. Essentially what it does is it loads up, you know, they take logs and they make wood products out of it, right? And obviously they also have sawdust. So with the sawdust, you bring over a wood chip hopper, and it loads the wood chip hopper with the sawdust while also loading up the boxcar. However, at this industry, they do take this. So why don't we also bring logs? Because we can actually do that if we go to gondolas, I believe. No, not gondolas. It's center beam hoppers. And we take the first one. It actually has logs on it, which would be perfectly fitting, you know? So with that said, we're actually going to add that to this industry. So if I go in here, and I'm going to change that to that. I'm going to change that to that. I'm going to put you at 30 hours. Okay. And then if we take center beam hopper, no, it's the bulkhead flat cars. You're going to take 30 hours. You are going to produce empties. And when the supply train spawns in, I want just this one to spawn in. Because if we have it set up like this and all of them saying yet, that means that these two will also spawn in. This one, if we have this one set to DA, it means that just this one will spawn in when we spawn in the supply train. And obviously that makes a lot of sense, because if we look at the other two bulkhead flat cars, Obviously, it wouldn't make any sense to bring them here because, well, one hauls steel beams, the other one excuse me, the other one hauls pipes, and obviously that doesn't make sense for a place like this. I mean, maybe they wanted to rebuild this, and that's why we're bringing steel beams. Maybe they wanted to redo the plumbing, and that's why, we're bringing pipes here. But, they probably would have a semi-truck do that in real life. So that's why we're not going to bother. That's why we're going to make sure the right car spawns in. All right, so that is it for the A7, the Q750. No, what is it? The Q542 local. That is it for the Q542 local. Do I have? Let me see. Where do I have my? Here we go. I'm just gonna copy a check mark, and we're just gonna be a little fancy with this. I'm just gonna put a check mark just so that I know that I did all these. And now the M744 local. So let's just take a look. M744. And we're just going to go here. I think this industry is just outside of... Where is this industry located? Hold on one second. You are located... I think Baldwin is just over here, right? Yeah. Baldwin is not over here. What's over here, then? I thought Baldwin was over here. GFC. Where does this go? Where does this go? I forgot where this is. Here we go. And then this right here is Baldwin. Nice. Okay, so then right here is Baldwin. All right, cool. So this should be near Tallahassee. Then what should I call this? Like the Tallahassee Turn or something like that? Okay. So then I'm going to just go into my spreadsheet and I'm going to type this in as near Tallahassee exit. Okay, there we go. So the first one is IWP, and I think that there are only 3 industries to this. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss any of them, because sometimes I do. M77, M744. There's only 3 of them, so that's actually really easy. And the first one that we have here is IWP. I'm going to move my spreadsheet just over here. So IWP is the in-steel wire prod. In-steel wire production. M744 IWP. You like to take gondolas. Ooh, you actually have some different tags. I'm going to copy you. I'm going to put default, and then I'm going to put black. There we go. And I'm going to put that, and we're just going to change this with this. Okay. So it takes 33 hours to empty gondolas, and that's pretty much all it takes. How do the tracks look? Tracks actually don't look too bad. All right, so that's what IWP does. I would assume... Does this specify what should spawn in? CSX 01. Okay. What is CSX 01? Gondola. What do you do? Oh. Really? Okay, so you take... Okay, that makes sense. I guess in my head I was like, oh, it must produce... it must take, like, waste and stuff. But no, it doesn't take... It doesn't take scrap metal. That's what I would have figured. All right, so I guess I'll just leave it like that. I could always make it a little bit longer. I mean, you know what? I'll do it for the heck of it. Let's just give ourselves a little bit of freedom here. There we go. And I will just leave it like that. IWP. There we go. Woo. All right, and now SPC. What is SPC called? SPC is called Sanderson Pipe Corp. Okay, that makes sense. And you should be down here somewhere. Sanderson, Shapiro Metals, Sanderson Pipe Corp. Here we go. You like to take plastic pellet hoppers, which I don't have, and you like to take tank cars as well. And you produce empties out of those. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Wait, does this place produce pipes? Ah, I assume it does, right? I'm gonna. Sorry, let me just die. I. All right, I'm fine. Don't worry. Just a quick moment where I die. It's okay. Who knew that train sim? That moment when Run8 had death in it. All right, so let me just real quick. I'm gonna, because I know I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna be like, I never did InSteel. No, check mark after that. SPC. If it in fact produces, if it in fact produces, like piping and stuff like that, something that we could do is add a bulkhead flat car. Bulkhead flat car with the pipes. How long do you take? 31. You take 42 hours to service that. Let's take that up to 30 hours. And if I do this, you're going to produce a load, and I think it's this one. Let's just double check that. Where is it? Center beam hoppers. Okay. And I think it's this one. No, it's not this one, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. So if this place, in fact, produces pipes, which I assume it's going to produce pipes, so probably what it does is it takes the plastic and it takes whatever liquid is in the tankers and it produces pipes from it. And so what we can do is we can bring this here without any cargo on it, and so the industry will load it, we'll take it away. That'll be fun. All right, cool. That's what we'll do with this one. Okay. Why are you like this? Please. Whole industry, please. And I will just leave it like that. All right, save that. That means that the M77 local is not yet done because we actually have one more industry to do, and I'm just going to put that right there because okay, so you're done. The next industry is GFC, and now GFC is just over here. Yeah, so all right, so what we did, we added a new freight car, bulkhead flat car number 3, which takes piping, will now go to that industry and be loaded, and then we take it away. So there we go. See, you know, I gotta say, I actually kind of like, you know, the whole ability to edit industries and stuff like that. If it wasn't such a hassle, I would absolutely love to make no, you know what? I think I said it wrong. I was leading towards something different and it came out incorrectly. I would love to be able to make your own maps in this game and just like start building industries and stuff like that. I think that would be really, really cool. Because, you know, the one thing is, right, I like playing Trains 2022. The thing about Trains 2022, though, is you always have to have like a supply chain. And sometimes setting up that supply chain can be a little bit weird. And if you can spawn in trains with cargo already in the boxcars and stuff like that, then maybe I'm incorrect. But you always have to have like an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K before it goes off the map. You know what I mean? And you know, versus in this game, it's like you bring it to an industry and then it goes off the map. And it's just, you know, it's easier. All right, so you... Golf Citrus Co., which actually I think you go by a different name. Golf Citrus Co. Golf Citrus Co. You would, you go by Golf, okay, you go by Golf Citrus Co. Here we go. Yep, right here. And what do you take? You take refrigerators and you load the refrigerators. Okay. Which is actually quite okay. I'm going to take this because I think this is a different tag, and I'm going to put this over in my spreadsheet. Let me just double check. Is this a completely different one? Yeah, it is actually, because this one doesn't have Memphis. This one has Warsaw, Ohio, maybe? I don't know. But you know what? We're not going to use that tag because that means I have to remake my outbound tag all over again in the hump yard. So we're not going to do that. And what do you take? You take all of these, but you don't take BNSF or anything like that? Why do you just take these ones then? Why don't you take any of these bigger ones? I mean, all right, that's fine. Let's edit the tracks, and where am I going to take this out to? I guess I'll just take that out to right there. There we go. We'll just take it out to right there, and we'll be all happy with it. All right. So that is okay with that. That basically, maybe we should take it all the way to the light. Nah, it's okay, because I don't think we're going to ever have that many cars in a train. All right. So with that said, that completes the M744 local. Okay. And now we have two locals left. This is the A765 and the A7... the A76... No, wait. I said A765 and the A715. Okay. Let's just go here. I know that there are a ton of industries over here. We have RIPS, CMCG. Do we have anything over here? Wow, this goes out pretty far. Okay, no, it doesn't. Never mind. It kind of ends pretty quickly. No industries over here. Let's just see real quick what these industries around this area are a part of. What do they do with their lives? So CMG, CMCC, I think this is all one local over here. CMCG. Let's just take a look here. Local freight symbol. No, I want you. CMCC. CMCC, it's a part of the A765 local. There are 3 industries a part of this local, I think. A765. 1, 2, 3. 3 locals a part of the, 3 industries a part of this local. So, let me just write this down then. CMCC, which is CMC Metal Baldwin. Badlin. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Badlwin. Badlwin. No. And then we have CMCF. That is also called CMC Metals. CMC Metals. Metals. Baldwin. And then CMCG. CMCG. And this is CMC Scrap. Scrap Metal Baldwin. Oh, what? Oh, SRAP. Yeah. Scrap Metal Baldwin. Okay. So, now we have that written down. And that means that whatever industry that is, RIPS, is a part of a completely different local. But real quick, I'd like to start off with this and just see what they do with their lives. So, all right, nothing's going on in chat. That's all right. So, CMC Metal Baldwin. CMC Metal Baldwin. CMC Recycling. Where are you located? A759. And you're an industry that's always existed. Okay, I know exactly where you are, I think. Scrap Metal Baldwin. A765. We have a couple different tags here. Kansas City, KCK. I don't know where that heads to. We have Savannah, Taft, Atlanta. A couple different things here. I don't know why I'm saving these default tags, but I am. I don't know. I have this idea in my head that I might use these later. Why do they have it so that... I don't know why they do it this way. Why not just have every industry take the same, like, outbound, right? I don't know. All right. That's not the... that's not my set of outbound tags. These are my set of outbound tags. Okay. What do? You take coil cars. Oh, you load them. You actually load coil cars. That's actually really cool. Okay, so you load coil cars. And I'm going to just put that in that. Let's have it set for 30 hours. Hello? Set for 30 hours. And you take everything. You take everything into existence. As well as those two. Okay, fun. All right, cool. Let me edit the tracks here. CMCG, CMCG. Hold on. What industry is this? This is CMC. CMC would be this one just here. Is that CMCC? This is CMCC. CMCC. Okay, CMCC. Did I write CMCC? I wrote CMCC. How is this set up? What is this? Okay. That's a little funky in the monkey. You know what we might have to do is bring a track mobile down here. All right, I'm just going to set this up like this. There we go. We'll just set it up like that to allow as much freedom as possible. All right, save that. And that's going to be it for this. CMC Metal Baldwin, you're that guy. You take bulkhead flat cars, and you actually load them with iron. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Wow. You know, it's really cool to see the bulkhead flat cars being used, because there are not many industries use those. So to add, oh, that goes to West Colton. Look at that. WC, West Colton. That's actually really cool. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple other outbound tags to my my hump config. That might be a little bit of fun. All right, so now that we have this, you like taking bulkhead flat cars. And specifically, you like the one that loads steel. So that's actually really, really cool. We can actually get some of these in here now, which is actually a lot of fun. So, how am I going to set you up? Why do you only have 2 tracks? Hello, set up 3 tracks, please. And you know what? If you can do, I'm just going to have this whole place set up to take cars. There we go. Nice. And now, last but not least, is CMCG, which is this one just here, Scrap Metal Baldwin. You like to take the gondolas, and specifically the ones that have scrap metal on it, which is actually really cool. All right, let me just copy this real quick. I think that this outbound tag already exists, but I will just put it here anyways. Why are they all different? Like, who did this? Why did the Run8 devs do this? I don't understand. Like, look, these are all the default outbound tags. And I don't understand why they did it this way. Like, I don't know. The way the depot did it is that the depot used the same outbound tags for everything. They used these outbound tags for every industry, which is what I'm using because I prefer it that way. I don't know. I mean, I guess to each their own. I know that there is one industry along Fitzgerald that only services the Southeast, and someone did mention that in the comments a while back. So maybe I'll have to do some tweaking around with that, but I don't know if I really want to do that. I guess we'll see later. Okay, so anyways, we were talking about this place. I don't want those tags. I want these tags. There we go. Takes 30 hours to do that. That's actually okay. We'll save that. Let's edit the tracks here and see what we can do with life. What are you? Ah, you're a switch. You're a switch that is buried into the ground, sir. All right. I'm just going to bring these this way. And I'm going to start you here, there. We'll just fill up this whole area. There we go. See, look at how much better that looks versus the way it was previously. Now we actually have freedom to put as many cars here as we want. Because I figure that an industry like this, just seeing the size of it, you know, would probably have, you know, a lot of freight cars. I mean, that's just what I would assume. Where were the gondolas? What gondolas did you like? I think it was the DDX, right? No, it was, I think it was this one, right? Right, but you can kind of imagine, considering how many tracks are here, like, I would bet that seeing something like this is probably how you would see the industry, you know? But, you know, what do I know? What do I know at the end of the day? All right, so that accomplishes the A7... What local is it? My ability to talk about numbers is not working today. A765 local, and I'm just going to put a bunch of... I'm just going to put a couple check marks. See, that's nice. I like this. I like Baldwin so far. Baldwin has been super easy to configure. Fitzgerald was a royal pain. It was a pain and a quarter. This one's proving to be very easy. All right, I'm going to save that. And we are going to go to RIPS. Rip and pepperoni sauce. Apparently is what this industry is called. Rip in pepperoni sauce. Ripperonis. R.I.P. R.I.P.S. R.I.P.S. Bald Auto Rips. Oh no. Wait, are they saying that if you're bald, automatically rip or something? I don't know. Why is that part of C local? What the heck is the C local? Is this like a yard maintenance facility? I think this is a yard maintenance facility. So in that case, this is nothing. All right, I'm just going to go here real quick, and I'm going to put a C. Rips. There we go. And I'm just going to put that there so it reminds me, in case I ever want to look back at that industry and be like, wait a minute, that's a little bit funky in the monkey. All right, is there anything else along here that we can service? I don't believe there are any other industries around here. Let me just, I just have to go do something if you need to DM me anytime. Okay, have fun, Mikey. I'll see you around. I don't think there's anything else along here that's serviceable. Because I think that the only thing here that really was serviceable was Crawford. Yeah, see, there's like nothing here. Nothing here. I could almost see industries being here, but those are like farm fields and everything. So maybe not. Have a good one. Ah, here we go. Yep, and now we're just back here, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so with that said, then I think the next place to go is probably the Whitehouse sub. That would be down this way somewhere abouts. So let's just go flying, and we'll see where we go. Okay, WDD, immediately, WDD. What is WDD a part of? Hello? WDD. WDD is a part of the A715. Okay, good. So, that means the A715 local, which has a lot of industries. Look at that. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 industries, which I guess, you know, considering it's not as many as Fitzgerald was, because if we look at Fitzgerald went a little psycho with their industry. Look at this. This is the A726 local and the A730 local. Look at how many there are. Personally, I think I would have split this local in half, but hey, it's fine. I would assume that CSX had their reasons for not doing that, if that was actually what they did back in the day. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. All right, APS, I'm just going to start writing stuff down here. APS, American Precast Structures. And that's going to be APS. CLM, Caps Land Management. I thought it was going to say like Caps Pizza or something. I didn't have a very large lunch, so to be honest with you, pizza actually sounds great. Danzer Lumber and Export. That's DLE. ICP. Part of me wants to say SCP. The SCP Foundation. IFCO Chep Pallets. So I assume that's going to be loaded up on boxcars, probably. Whoops. Mateo, check out what you're doing. You totally didn't write that in the wrong spot. Okay, ICP, PDC, Publix Dist Center. PDC, WDD, which is the industry we're just out of right now, is Winn-Dixie Dist. What does Dist mean? Is this like a distillery? Is that a distillery or something? I mean, if you say Dist, I would think distillery. But, hey, I don't know. All right, WDD, that was WDD. And now we have WWFM. No, sorry. WFWM. There's actually something WWFM here where I live. And you are West Fraser Whitehouse Mill. Okay. And I need to expand that just a little bit. WPI. And last but not least, that is Woodford Plywood. Okay, there we go. So now I have my full list. If all of y'all want to see what all the locals that are part of Baldwin, here you go. That's the list that we have right now. Q542 is done. M744 is done. A765 is done. A715 has been written down, and we are going to start working on it, which part of me really wishes that I did this. You know what I really need to do? I should really go through the A-line list, and I should just start writing down every industry. Yeah, because sometimes it's just not easy. Maybe I'll do that, and I'll post it up on Discord if anybody wants to have a look at it. As for releasing my config, I have no plans on doing that right now because my configs are nowhere near ready. All right, WDD Win-Dixie dist. Win-Dixie. Winnie-Dixie. No, it says Win-Dixie. Okay. Win-Dixie dist. I would assume that you're a distillery. You take refrigerator cars, so that just makes sense. And you also have a train that goes up to Buffalo, New York. And Selkirk as well. Man, there are so many different outbound tags here that we could totally add. Like Selkirk, my tags, we do have Selkirk, but we don't have Buffalo or something like that. We don't have Cleveland. We could roleplay that Willard train yard. CSX Willard yard is still in operation, maybe. I think nowadays it's a flat switching yard. I hear it's pretty empty nowadays, but Willard yard used to be a hump yard somewhere between me and Fostoria. And I think in 2016 they shut the hump down. And as far as I know, the yard's not very busy anymore, which is a shame. All right, we're going to take this, and we're going to take this. What do you like? You take everybody. You take everything. Okay, cool. Let's edit this. Actually, I'm not too unhappy with this. See, if this was me, I wouldn't have done this. I don't know if that's a thing you would do in real life. Well, I don't see why you would do something like this in real life. I mean, I suppose in real life, the tracks would probably be under the gravel, right? And it'd kind of just be like rails. And the ties and everything would be underneath, you know? But, I don't know. You could have done it on this side. I don't know. Maybe it's to make it a little more difficult for us. You know what? I'm going to just have that as WDD just because, like, we're not going to park cars right there. But, you know, let's just say the trucks weren't there. We could obviously use that section. So that's why I'm going to do it that way. All right, we're going to say that. That is done. Let's just carry on. I don't think there's anything else over here. So let's just carry on and see what else is over here. Yes, this place right here, CLM. This would be a perfect place for a track mobile. And I don't use the track mobile. I haven't really found a reason to use it. But this would be a perfect industry to use it because you have like the little yard here, right? And then you have the service tracks. Unfortunately, the reason why, maybe if we were on multiplayer, it would be a little bit easier, right? But the only place that I could see a track mobile being super helpful, you do that IRL, you're going to have to explain the folks that own those trailers why you bulldoze them. Yes. I bulldoze them because that's my train track. No, I think the industry owns the train track, right? But anyways, there's an industry along the... Oh, gosh, what is it called? What branch am I thinking of? What branch am I thinking of here? It's on SoCal. Cajon. Not Cajon. Oak. Is it Arvin? Yeah. There's an industry along Arvin called KOS, I think. It's an oil facility. Actually, I'd be surprised if the depot doesn't have it somewhere. Destination tags, Southern California. Where is it? Is it the LS917J local? Yes. K something. No, it's not K. It's K&O. Here we go. I was right. Some of those industries are so tight we're not allowed to take the big road units down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are some industries that, like, what is it, 6-axle units aren't capable of going down them just because it's too tight. This industry right here, see, they have a yard right there, but they have a massive area to service cars. And in this case, it's okay because the area to service cars is so big that you don't really run into many issues. But in an industry like this, the area to service cars is so small. I mean... You know what? All right, you know what? Let's just take a look at this industry real quick, and we're gonna figure out what we do with these. All right, I need this guy to go over here real quick so that I can see everything. CLM is CAPS Land Management. What does CAPS Land Management do? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go here. CAPS Land Management. CAPS Land Management. You take covered hoppers. I would assume that you would take grain, right? That's probably what you do with your life. I'm going to copy this real quick. I'm going to put it over here on my default tag list, which that list is starting to grow. Okay. Let's plop you to there. And what do you take? You take all these different cars here. All right, very good. All right, very good. You take all those different cars. Very good. All right. So 26 hours. I'm going to move that up to 30. And I think that's going to be fine. Now, how can I expand this? Should I bring it all the way out to there? Part of me is like, yeah, Mateo, bring it out to there. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, it's doable. It doesn't look bad. See, this is where I wish in Run8. I wish that in Run8 we could select the circles. Like, see, I can only do this, and then I can do this. But I can't make it half of that size. Like, let's just say, like, I wish I could select these individual circles. Because maybe I only want to bring it out to here. But because of game restrictions, I can only bring it out to there. I can't bring it out to just here. I mean, it's just a little pet peeve that I have. All right, and then one other thing I'm going to do is we're going to put it here. And we're just going to role play that the industry has a track mobile. And, you know, while we're out doing something else, you know, they're using the track mobile to service those freight cars. I only do that because this is for single player. If we were doing this on multiplayer, obviously there would be a lot of people, so it could be like a job that people could do. I don't know how we're going to do this on the server yet. I know that Garrison and my gosh, why is my brain not functioning right now? Garrison and the staff team has been working on the configs for the Southeast. Yeah, I know Gene Gallion has also been doing a lot of work with that, and we should hopefully have that soon. I know as of right now, Baldwin is on our server. It does not have any industries yet because we still need to fix them. So do hold tight on that. They will one day be here. All right, and now the next one is WFWM. That is a tongue twister and a quarter. Literally a tongue twister and a quarter. WFWM, West Fraser Whitehouse Mill. Why did I put that with 2 dashes? Does this have... Is that because that's how it's written? West Fraser Whitehouse Mill. Okay. All right, that's fine. El Paso, Texas. I assume that that's what that is. Okay, let me just put you there. KCS, Kansas City Southern, Memphis, Chagrin, maybe? Is that maybe Chagrin? No, I don't think Chagrin has a railroad through it. Mateo, come on. Ohio, Chagrin. I don't know if that has anything there. Okay. That's all right. I mean, I'm going to write it down just in case for later if I'm like, hey, I want to redo my hump config, which is a psycho thing to say because I don't want to redo my hump config. That took me like 3 hours. But you know, it's all right. So you like to take center beam cars and you also like to take wood chip hoppers. It loads the wood chip hoppers and it also, it empties the center beam cars. What? Why do you do that? Hold on. Let's search this place up real quick in Google Earth and see if we can see any information on this. West Fraser. Oh, it is actually a place. West Fraser Whitehouse Mill. Look at this. It doesn't. Oh, it still get. I don't think it's serviced by the industry anymore. I mean, it's got a track here, but there's no switch here. Maybe here? I was hoping that I could see what they do. Oh, there's something here. What? Oh. What are you? Oh, wow! Look at that! What is that crazy pile? Holy moly! That's insane. I've never seen something like that before. I've never seen something like that before. That's insane. All visitors must sign in. Are you telling me that we can explore this place for fun? Okay. I mean, it's got a switch. I can't see anything from here. What about here? If we go back to like 2019, it was a very rainy day. See, I don't think that they would actually... Like, I would feel like this place would produce lumber, right? It's a lumber mill. So why is it producing empties on the center beam flat cars? It should be loading them. What are you set to? 30 hours? You're set to 36 hours. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. We're gonna change this around. I'm gonna write this down real quick. Ooh, I should have probably wrote some other things down. Shoot, I should have wrote down the industries that I changed cars to. Could be lumber or wood chips. Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, is if we look at the industry, they have this, which leads me to believe that they would produce this. So why would they unload the center beam cars with lumber if they're producing the lumber? That's why I'm a little bit confused by it. All right, I should have wrote down what I was changing. Okay, real quick. Let me just go back to here. This is what I need to go back to. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to just write this down. Made changes. I'm just going to write that down. 2 cars. Just so that I remember that I did this for later. And now we are here. And I'm just going to write down made changes to cars. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to write it down like that. And you know what? For the heck of it, I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay. That looks a little bit ugly, but hey, it works. See, because that would just make sense. Okay, so we're going to have that load. So instead of spawning loaded cars and then unloading, it's going to load the cars up. And then we're going to add bulkhead flat cars. Excuse me. And these bulkhead flat cars are going to start off as loaded, and they're going to become empty. And they're going to be these ones. There we go. Shabam. All right. Those 2 produce loads. Those 2 produce empties. Let me double check something real quick. Did I actually, you know what? No. Let's just finish up this industry before we move on to something else craziness. I'm going to just fill up this whole sector. There we go. And so we get to put the center beam cars here. We'll probably put the wood chip hoppers here. And then in the middle are the cars for those. So let's save that. And there was another industry I just wanted to take a look at real quick. That is the DD hardwoods. DD hardwoods. Oh, it's DDD hardwoods. Mateo, you forgot one of the D's. Well, it's okay. DD hardwoods, it produces empties. Okay, that's good to know. Empties produces loads. Okay, good. I thought that I didn't save that. So that's all right. And now the next industry is just right here, WPI, which could definitely do some changing. WPI is Woodford plywood. Woodford plywood, and you take box cars and center beam flat cars. Huh. Okay. Okay. I wonder if these 2 industries are connected in real life. Let me just take a look at this real quick. If we go back over here to West Fraser, here is that place. And Woodford plywood is just here. It looks like at one point they actually did service this. Do you have Street View by any chance? Nope, that doesn't get serviced anymore, clearly. Let's see if we can see anything from the road here. The crossing doesn't... Oh, nothing... Oh, you can actually see where the track used to be. And then I assume it went in there somewhere. Track hasn't existed for many years. What about going all the way back to 2008? What about 2009? Because that picture's a little hard to see. 2011. Nope, by then the track was already pretty much gone. You can see where it used to go, but there's nothing there anymore. Goodness, my throat. All right. Well, that's a-okay. So, if I had to imagine, I would bet that the railroad probably brought lumber, and it probably brought lumber and those wood chip hoppers, and then they brought the center beam cars here to be loaded with center beams, or the plywood and everything. That's how I bet that it probably worked. I don't really know. All right, let's go to WPI. This is the Woodford plywood, and we're just going to change everything to this. It's going to produce empties. Why? Why are you going to do that? Why? You know, it's a little hard when you don't know anything about these industries, but it's a building materials store. But okay, so this is the way I see it. I would assume that the supply store probably gets its lumber from here. And that I'm pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. I would assume that the lumber would go from here to the Woodford plywood place, and then the train cars would load with the lumber and whatever other wood products they're making, and it would take it yonder. According to this game, they are dropping it off, which I guess they could. I guess they could do that. It just doesn't really make sense to me. You know what's one thing that I've noticed in this game? And I don't know if this has to do with the depot config or just configs in general. The depot config, and I think even the default industry config has this issue. They have a tendency to make it so that most of the industries take loads and release empties and not the other way around. There's only a couple industries that actually take empty cars and leave you with loaded ones. CSX Ops never did make any sense, trust me. I know you worked for them. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I live right next to a CSX line, and sometimes we see the way that they set things up, and it's like, huh. Well, like, okay, I would agree with you because they closed hump yards. Like, that initially is like, why? Why are you closing hump yards? Like, I know that the Hunter had, like, I know that he didn't really like hump yards very much, but it's like, why would you favor flat switching over hump yards? Maybe there's a logic in that. Obviously I don't work for a railroad, so maybe there's a logic in why flat switching would be better than, you know, hump yards and stuff like that, but it just never really made sense to me. When they're like, oh yeah, we're closing all these hump yards in favor of flat switching, and it's like, why? But I don't know. Anyways, so with that said, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have it load. We're gonna put these with loads instead of empties, and that means I'm gonna write this down. Change cars to load instead of unload. There you go. That probably makes no sense. I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna be like, what did I mean by that? So, you know, in a couple streams from now when I'm looking at this and I'm like, Mateo, what did you mean on Friday, November 3rd when you did this? Were you not right in the head when you wrote these notes down? Okay, now for a while EHH wanted to get rid of the rice hump yard, but he got the boot before he seceded. Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, I think. There were a couple hump yards that he got rid of that opened within a couple years. I think Cincinnati hump yard shut down and then they reopened it. There were a couple others. I think there was one in Indiana that shut down and then they reopened it. It's like, it's kind of a shame. All right. I'm going to leave that to 24. We're going to leave these as loaded. That is just okay. And I'm going to expand the tracks to right there. Okay, that works. Save that. There we go. Baldwin as well was Yeah, I actually heard about that while I was watching Distant Signals. He did talk about that, how Baldwin was going to be shut down, and it never was shut down. So it's good to see that you know it was saved and everything. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. Mateo, can you edit that? There. Okay, there's a track that's underneath the sand. Hello, hello, track. You're completely invisible. That's perfectly fine. Okay. All right. So, what else is here? Okay, so that's everything for here. I should probably write down everything I changed because I don't have any check marks. So we changed caps. WDD is done. This one is done. And also plywood is done. Oh, CLM is also done. Yep, I already wrote that down. Okay. So, let's carry on. I think the next industries are just over here. Okay, APS, ICP, and PDC. Okay, that could use a major upgrade. All right, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. That's actually not too bad. Although, I don't know why, like, this, I don't know why they didn't do this. Like, why didn't they add this as part of the industry? That's why I'm doing this at the end of the day. Okay, so this here is called American Precast Structures. Do they build houses? American Precast Structures. And you take bulkhead flat cars. You actually produce empty ones. You like to take metal. Okay. That's actually okay. That's fine. Oops. That's a check mark. Mateo, that's a check mark. Yes, we're going to retag the cars with a check mark. You take 35 hours to do that. That's actually okay. Really? Is that what you produce? Is that what you do with your life? All right, I'm going to leave it like that because that actually looks pretty good. All right, hold on. Let me search this place up. American Precast Structures. LLC. You are located Jacksonville, Florida. Venice, Florida. I think Jacksonville, Florida. What do you produce? Welcome to Precast Structures. They have a website. What do they do? Oh, is that what they mean? Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. What do you, okay, so you produce things like this. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just go to Google Earth real quick, or Google Maps, and let's just take a look at this. It's way down here somewhere. American Precast Structures. The track for this doesn't exist anymore. But you can kind of see where it may have been at one point. It probably came right through here. I would have assumed Preferred Materials Incorporated. Here, you know what? This is where historical aerials would be really nice. Oh, a cab over. Look at that. Yeah, see, look how they have like a tank. Oh, wow, that tanker looks a little messed up. Hold on one second. What's wrong with this tanker? That tanker's got some dents in it. That's probably not good. See, I would have assumed tankers. Looks like they have also some frac trailers there. But the game says it wants it to take some center beam cars. Or not center beam cars, but bulkhead flat cars, which kind of doesn't really make sense to me. All right, let's go to historicalaerials.com. And let's just take a look at this place. Baldwin, Florida. We'll just go up to Baldwin. Okay, advertisements. Do I already have this zoomed in? It's already zoomed in. That's not it. Baldwin, Florida. There we go. Here's Baldwin. And I would like to go this way. And while we're over here, let's actually have a look at some of the industries that we were looking at earlier. Hello, can you function? Thank you. So that's the diamond just there. This here is that one industry. WDD, I believe it was. Nope. Yeah, WDD, Winn-Dixie Distillery. And it doesn't look like it's serviced by the industry anymore. Yeah, I don't think it is. 1994, perhaps. There was nothing here in 1994. There was nothing here in 1994, so I don't think it was serviced by the industry, for sure, or by the railroad. It wasn't here until 2005. Okay, so it was a short-lived industry. All right, hold on. Let me just go back here real quick. I just want to take a look at this. Oh, no, it still has a train track. Look at that. It actually still has a train track, so maybe it does get serviced. And look, they actually put trailers right there. So there we go. I appreciate the game devs for doing their research when they made this industry. Let's see. Can we see anything here? Obviously, you can see the track is right there. That's where they put boxcars, I assume. 2008, there were trees there. 2011, there was nothing there. 2015, nothing was there. Still 2015, nothing was there. Wow, they really didn't like... Okay, I mean, you can see the track. Okay. All right, I mean, okay, I guess we're not going to figure out any information with that. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. I wanted to check out not West Fraser Mills. I mean, I guess we could check it out while we're over here. Excuse me. Let's just check it out while we're over here. Sorry, you can't even see the picture. Oh my gosh, there's so many advertisements. Hey, welcome to the advertising. It was just over here, wasn't it? West Fraser Mill, right? That's 2005. Where is it? Oh, it's just after the highway. Oh, it's just over here. Here we go. It's just right here. Let's just take a look. See if we can see anything about this place. Ah, look at that. Center beam cars. So they actually did bring center beam cars here at one point. And I think by 2005, this place was already kind of gone from the railroad. 1995. Can't see anything. 1984. Nope. What about 1952? There was nothing here. All right. Yeah, so I think I was right that they load center beam cars here. Because, look, you can actually see one. There we go. So I was semi-right in that. All right. Now, next industry, which, what did I say it was called? American Precast... is just right here. And I think they at one point had a track. That would have been just right here. This is American Precast. Right? Just right here? Yep, just right here. Let's just take a look. 2005, there was actually a train track that came in here. You can see the train track just right here. And it looks like they had a... Oh, look at that. It goes back to right here. What is that? Are those intermodal containers of some sort? I can't tell what that is. Is that supposed to be like a boxcar? Oh, 2007. Looks like 2007. They may have already said bye-bye to the railroad. 2007, yeah, whatever this is doesn't really... Yeah, whatever that was kind of went bye-bye. 1999. Let's see. Yeah, can't really tell. It's a little bit hard to tell what they did, but it almost looks like they had boxcars here. All right, so you want to take bulkhead flat cars. Why? Okay, something almost tells me that you wouldn't actually take this. Why are you taking that? I don't understand. All right, well, whatever. We'll just save this. I guess that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't really make sense, but it's okay. We'll say it's done because I can continue doing research and I'm never going to get to my answer. All right, ICP. So on to the next industry. We will just carry on. IFCO. So the next industry and order of business is IFCO. IFCO chip pallets. You take boxcars. You actually produce loaded boxcars. And that's pretty much it. All right. That actually doesn't look bad. That's the industry that could use a little bit of work. I am going to take this up to there. Oh. Yep. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking about maybe putting it here as well, but nah, I don't think nah, we're not going to do it here. It could be kind of cool because, you know, we could have a couple cars here and then a couple cars there, but I doubt that they would probably do that in real life. All right, so that's actually really good. You take all of the boxcars. Why don't you take this one? Please tell me you don't. Why do you take the Run8 boxcar, but you don't take any of the other ones? Okay, Burlington Northern and that one. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever, that's fine. On to the next industry. And we shall carry on. So, PDC. PDC is Publix Distillery Center. I still don't know if that means distillery, but I'm going to assume it means distillery. Publix. Nope. Publix Distillery Center. And you take refrigerated cars, which makes sense. And you actually make empties out of these. Why do you make empties? Let's just take a look at this in Google Maps, and then we'll take another look at this oh, they actually have a track here. Ooh, but that doesn't look like it exists anymore, unfortunately. A little bit of a shame. Let's just take a look at this while we're over here. Okay, that helps me. Thanks, train. Thanks, train. Hello, train. Thank you so much for being in my way. I mean, the industry doesn't look like it's in bad shape. I mean, something tells me that they would still service this. Just because those doors are open and everything. Nope. 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 Nope, of course. I can't see anything here. All right, let's go to the old historical aerials, and let's just go this way. Yeah. That doesn't exist anymore. Can we see anything? Okay, this is 2005. This is as of 2021. 2019, can't see anything. What about 2007? It's really hard to tell. It looks like it still doesn't exist. 2005. I don't think that existed in 2005 either. Okay. Let's go back to 1999. 1950, 1960. I don't know why my dog's barking. That's a little bit concerning. There was nothing here in 1960s. 1995. 1984. There was nothing here in 1984. Oh, is there a diamond right there? There's like an industry right here that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I can't actually see what that does. So we can't confirm that we're doing this right. Public Center Distribution. Oh, distribution center. That makes sense. That would, okay, that actually makes sense. Okay, all right, that makes sense. It's not distillery, it's distribution. And obviously, I would assume that this isn't serviced by the railroad anymore, considering that there's no track that actually goes up to it. It's a shame that Street View doesn't exist right there. Hello, Mr. CSX. You are stopped at a red light. 2013? Oh. Maybe that track existed in 2013. No, wait a minute. This is a single track to a double track. So that would be for this. All right. And according to this, you can actually see where the track used to be. That it like ran through here, and then based on these markings, it probably connected here. Let me just take a look. 2007. Nothing. 1995. Okay, I think 1995 it existed. 1999, I think it existed. And 2005, it was already gone. Okay, so there's no way to actually know if what we're doing here is right or not. Okay. Well, considering that this says distribution center, I'm going to assume that we bring, we bring whatever's here, and then they put it inside of these semi-trailers to go elsewhere. So the train brings it in, and then these put it elsewhere. So it's like a transloading facility, basically. Publix distribution center. You like to make empties, and you take all of that, which actually doesn't look too bad. I am going to expand that. We'll expand it to there. Something really wants me to put it all the way out here. Something makes me want to have this whole place as the industry. But then another me is like, no, Mateo, don't do that. I don't think they would do that in real life. But why is the track so big? Why is the track so large? All right. I mean, should we do it all the way out here? I mean, we could. But that might be a little bit funky. Do I? You know what? I'm going to keep it like this. We're actually going to just leave it like this. I think that would be really cool. Maybe if we have too many freight cars, they can at least still be serviced. All right, so that was PDC done. And now we have BWI. Why is BWI here? Who is BWI? Nope, that's not BWI. Hold on. Let me get this over here. BWI. What are you and why are you on the main line, sir? I don't know why my dog's barking. Hold on. I gotta check out why my dog's barking. Box World Incorporated. You're part of the A77 local, which is TAFT. Why are you all the way over here, sir? Why are you here? Hello? Why? Why are you here? Okay, I'm gonna need to be right back. I don't know. I don't understand why this industry is right here. I will be right back in just a minute. My dog is barking. All right, it appears it was nothing. Except we had some company, so I guess it was something, but it's nothing. Okay, so we have an industry here, BWI. BWI is Box World Incorporated, and for whatever reason, it's here. I don't understand this. Why? Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna take a photo of this. I think I did take a picture of it, but we'll do another one. We'll ask. Look at this, CSIF. What is CSIF here? Why are there random industries just sitting here on the main line? What is CSIF? CSIF is Clean Star in Florida. What? But why? Why are they just here? Is this in reference to something that's here? Like, are they at some point going to add an industry here? Is that why it's like this? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. Let me look at Google Maps again. Maybe this will answer our question. Nope, there's nothing here. And I don't think that was ever serviced by the railroad because I can't see any remnants. Junkyard. I don't know. I'll take a look at that later. Junkyard, let's see what's in it. Yeah, okay, so this is just really, really weird. Okay. I'm just going to take a picture of this just so I can see this later. And we will just ask questions later down the road. Because I'm going to assume that those two industries should be somewhere along Florida or Taft. But for some reason, they're not. They're not. They're just sitting there on the main line going towards Jacksonville. All right. Let me move this guy back over. And now we're at DLE. So DLE is Dancer. Should be up here somewhere. Dancer Lumber Exports. Dancer, lumber, and export. You take center beam flat cars. I don't know why I'm looking at it through this menu. Mateo, get your brain cells together. Mateo, get your brain cells together. You're not looking in the right spot. We're getting to that point of the day. Dancer, lumber, and export. You take center beam flat cars, and you like to empty them. Okay. Is that what you really like to do with life? I'm gonna assume that that's what you like to do with life. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll have to do some research on this industry. So it likes to make empties, which I guess would make sense looking at this. Yeah, that might actually make sense. So they bring it on the railroad, then the trucks haul them wherever else they need to go, right? All right, we will save it like that. And I'm just going to take a look at DLE through through the old Google Maps. Google Maps. Okay. So, Dancer, lumber, and export will be just right here. I can't see... Oh, look at that. There's the train track just right there. If I had to imagine... Let's just see if we can see anything. If I had to bet... Ooh, there's one of those trees. I would bet that the railroad probably brought them here, and then the trucks probably exported them elsewhere. That's what I would bet happened. That's what I would bet probably happened here. Because, I mean, I don't think they would produce this. Yeah, so I'll just keep it like that. We'll just have it so that the center beam flat car is empty. And now I think we have a couple more. Oh, that's actually the last industry we have to do for today. Yeah, that's actually the last industry. Very nice. So, with that said, I'm actually going to end the stream here. I'm going to have to do some research about what these two industries are, because they are not in the right spot. In the next live stream, we are going to come back, and we're going to spend some time over here at near the... we're going to... Mateo, English. We're going to spend some time over here, and we're going to start building some supply trains and trying to figure all of that nonsense out. So, with that said, thank you for watching.